everyone, welcome back. It is time for another wrestling review. We are sticking in Japan this week. We are reviewing Pro Wrestling Noah's The New Year. This was an event that happened a week ago. Didn't have a chance to record it until now. So here it is for you guys. Once again, with me, we have Campo Reviews, the man who reviews movies, TV shows, everything, the Aliens film franchises, and Blade Runner, and somehow they're connected. Go watch his video to understand why. But that's all I will say on that. But with that out of the way, Campo, welcome back. Let's
Hi.
get started on Noah, The New Year.
No.
No? Okay. So we'll start with one of two pre-show matches. Yu Owada against Taishi Ozawa. It's
Poo.
their version of a Young Lions match, right?
This was poo.
Yes, it was. It was absolutely horrid. So Yu Owada wins and nobody cares. The second pre-show match, of course, will feature Katoge, Mohamed Yone, Super Crazy, and our boy makes his return, Teriyaki.
Of course. You can it's not a Yone match unless Teriyaki's there.
Right? And of course, Yone's going against his stablemate, Akitoshi Saito, Hajime
Obviously.
Ohara, Hiroki, and Kai Fujimura.
This was also poo.
Yes, it was, but it's Mohamed Yone and
Yeah, I mean,
Teriyaki.
like they're not the worst matches we've ever seen, but like it's at a point when this pay-per-view's this long that like don't give me this. I don't
Yeah,
need this.
no.
I get what it's for. It's for the people who came early to have something to watch. You're not just sitting there.
Yeah. It's like the fillers. It's like a filler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, we'll go right into our main card. The first event, first match of the night on the main card is GLG going against our boy Ninja Mac and Alejandro, and against Los Golpeadores for the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match. This match was good but confusing.
I didn't like it, and I'll try to break it down. I think, and this is not, like Ninja Mac is amazing.
Oh, he was spectacular in this
Like,
match.
and this is six people that we've actually really come to like.
Mm-hmm.
This is six tag teams that we genuinely like.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it was a really sloppy showing from the brothers Del
Golpeador,
Mexico. Yeah.
Golpeadores, yeah.
I'll never remember that.
Safe to say Ninja Mac was the highlight of this
Oh,
match.
absolutely. He was so spot on
He
that.
was pulling moves that had me like stupefied, like completely.
And it's just like everything he does is just so smooth. Like it just works. It does. There's no
Yeah.
like effort required. Obviously, it's hard to do, but
Yeah. He makes
GLG
it
did
look
nothing
easy.
in this match. Like literally nothing,
No.
and won the match.
Okay, so explain to me. Originally, this was supposed to be a three-way match. And
Yeah,
then it was an elimination match.
yeah. I don't know. I was very confused by it by a lot of things. Like the outcome, I get it. They're trying to put all the gold in GLG minus the main title.
Mm-hmm.
They have the tag titles. They have the
The junior
junior
tag.
tag titles, which is these ones, right? These are junior, right?
Mm-hmm.
They
These are
have
junior
the
tags.
national title.
Right.
But it having them win felt like what you just gave the belts to El Luchadores. I'm never gonna remember their names, so they're just gonna be whatever I call them.
Okay.
Uh,
Dragon
Barefoot
Bane and
and
Alpha Wolf.
Dragon. Yeah, that was close. Barefoot. They they're good though. They're really good.
Yeah.
GLG is good too, but they did nothing in this match to
To
explain
warrant
to
a
me
win.
why they won.
Yeah. Even what happened at the end of the show doesn't explain it.
No, and this didn't feel like it didn't even have that fishiness to it where it's like, oh, they just snuck in and stole a win. It didn't even
Yeah.
feel like that. It was just like, oh, the match is over now.
Yeah. And they did it twice because then they pinned Alejandro. Was it Alejandro or Mac? They pinned Mac.
Yeah. Before you give me the next thing,
Mm-hmm.
Alejandro was, and I really like Alejandro.
He was a little sloppy.
He was pretty like coming off New Year's, I think,
Yeah.
Uh, it was weird.
Yeah.
Because I was like really excited to show this match to my buddy. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna watch this is Ninja Mac
Just
and Alejandro. It's gonna be a sick match." And we
yeah.
watch it, and he's like, "That Ninja Mac guy was really good," and I was like, "Yeah, he was."
He was.
And I don't like
the
to
thing
be
is
I
we
don't want to
like
be
to do
negative because I
we like
can't
to do skate.
wrestle.
We like Yohei. We like
We like
Golpeadores.
everyone involved in this match.
Yeah.
Period. And it just came off. It's
Weird.
the booking decision of the way the match played out. I
The
just didn't
finish,
like.
yeah. Yeah,
It
because
wasn't also as big of a. I know it's the first match, but it's you're supposed to get the people hyped, right?
yeah.
And it wasn't like a crazy match. It was kind of just like a quick. It was very fast too.
Yeah, it was up until the first pinfall, it was good. Like up until they got to the
Yeah.
pinfall, like we had all that back and forth action. We had like, then it's Matt gets in the ring, then it's Alpha Wolf, and then it's Alejandro, then it's Yohei, and it's like all back and forth. And it's like everybody's hitting spots, everybody's doing their, and it was fast paced. It felt like a Mexican lucha style tag match.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was a three-way match as opposed to like you have to tag two people in at a time. It's no, all three members of a team are in.
Which
I
is what I
prefer that.
want.
Yeah.
And there was no tagging, right? It was Lucha
Uh,
rules.
Lucha rules, yeah.
Um, it's I don't know. I'm good. I'm happy to see Yohei Yo show Leo win
Leo.
a belt, but like at the same time, it's
If you
like
had to do a belt change just quickly, put it on Ninja Mac and
I know
Alejandro.
what the
I would have preferred that. They
how
deserve
many
it
good
more.
matches have we watched from Ninja Mac and Alejandro?
I think we've been high on Ninja Mac ever since we started watching Noah a year ago. Like
Yeah.
when we saw him like a year ago watching the Muda special, we're like, hey, this guy is something. Like
Oh,
he's
he was the best part of that match.
yeah. But anyway, we'll move on to our next match. Like you said, we have new champs. GLG. GLG are your new junior heavyweight tag team
If for
champions.
everyone out there in TV land, if you see me disappear, it's because I'm blowing my nose because I literally can't breathe.
Still sick a month later.
Yeah, it's been like 8 months.
So with that, we are going into our next match. It is GLG again. This time, the GLG members are Jake Lee, Jack Morris, and Anthony Green against Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Vinny Massaro, and Titus Alexander. Vinny Massaro, I have not seen in forever. Where did they find this guy?
I just turned it off again by
Yeah.
accident. I don't know. I I didn't like this match.
No, and Jake Lee, like you're like
He's a new character now.
Yeah, was that real? That tattoo on his neck?
I
Or
don't know,
no?
but he's like some kind of steampunk
Yeah,
like pirate pilot.
with the monocle and the
Yeah, he's like flying one of those blimps.
yeah, a zeppelin. And Indiana Jones throws him off because he doesn't have a ticket.
Exactly.
No ticket. But yeah, this match, and the thing is too, we're high on some of these. Like we're high on Morrison Green and Iho, the Dr. Wagner Jr.
We're high
and-
on the whole company. Let's just freaking be honest.
Yeah,
I
and that's the
expected
thing.
more.
Yeah, especially from GLG. And I get it, it's going to play into something later on in the show, but you can't sacrifice your show for a payoff at the end.
Yeah. I mean, I still think the matches should still be good.
Yeah. With GLG go over, it was a quick match under 10 minutes. Jake Lee gets the win on this one.
I
But
feel
yeah.
like this is more just teasing at the fact that they want Ehil Dr. Wagner Jr. to fight
Jake Lee.
no, the national champion guy again.
Oh, Jack Morris rematch.
Yeah, like that's what I feel like this is. It's like, you know how in New Japan you get like those 20 obligatory matches where it's like Naito versus
Yeah.
Sonata again. Like, but no, it's not for anything because it's
Yeah.
trying to set up something later. Because that's how it feels.
Which we'll talk about on tomorrow's show.
Yep.
But GLG go over on this one as well. They're really like you could see that they really want to push GLG here.
Yeah, it's their 5 guys.
Yeah. 5 guys, just 5 guys.
Exactly. 5 guys, just 5 guys.
So
You
with that, we're
already
gonna go.
die. Sorry.
With that, we're gonna go into our first Noah versus New Japan match. Tomohiro Ishii against Masa Kitamiya.
Oh my god!
This
This match was amazing.
This was fantastic. Like, where is Tomohiro Ishii finding this in the last 8-12 months? Like,
this is hitting me in this is giving me Wrestle Kingdom vibes because like the first couple matches you're like, oh no, what's happening? And then this match happened. I was like, holy crap!
and if you want meat slapping meat,
Oh,
this was meat.
if you just want to see somebody
2 sides of
go,
Wagyu beef.
oh my god, Ishii just goes. He
Yeah.
just fucking goes.
Like he walks to the ring like
I
all this
still hate him.
slow and lumbering, but like in the ring, he's something like he will destroy you.
Yeah, and there's a contrast here because I know he does wrestle in our review for tomorrow, but
Mhm.
there's a contrast here where it's like I feel like some of those guys in New Japan are just like not even trying, but like
Yeah.
Ishii's like no full blow every single time. We're just gonna
Yes.
crank it.
He's gonna go to 11 every time.
Yeah, you know Tanahashi shows up
But even
like
that
thanks.
multi-man match he had at Forbidden Door that we went to, he was like the star of that
He
match.
won the match.
Yeah.
I called it. Everyone was like, "It's not over." I'm like, "Yeah, he's not dropping a brainbuster that wide open and not winning the
And
match.
not
Like
winning
it's
the match.
over."
Yeah. But here again, Tomohiro Ishii goes over. It was like I just laugh at the fact that like was it Kitamiya does the pile driver on Ishii and it's like he has no effect on him because Ishii has no neck and you're frozen now.
Am I back?
You're back now. Did you hear what I
It
said
yeah, I heard you.
about
It's
Ishii has no neck?
yeah, he has no neck. He takes those pile drivers like a beast. But that's like his thing. He gets into that mode where like at some point in the match he's like unstoppable, and no matter what you do to him, he just keeps. Just
Yep.
give us one more Kenny versus Ishii.
Yeah, let's hope that'll happen. So with that, we are going into our next match. It is another New Japan versus Noah match. This is Go Shiozaki against Satoshi Kojima. And again, like this is like master versus student type of thing because he trained under Kojima. Like he never was able to beat Kojima. It told a good story in the ring.
Except for the really like I just don't like them. The stupid machine gun chops.
Oh yeah, they both do that.
Uh, this was like a really good match again.
But
I
at
thought it
least
told a good
Kojima,
story.
he invented that. When Eddie Kingston does it, he's just trying to copy.
Kojima looks like he's not even hitting you though. He's just like,
Yeah,
but I mean, he's a monster. I
yeah,
love Kojima. He's
yeah. A
uh,
legend.
he's a wrestler that I really enjoy watching, like, no matter what he's
Yeah.
doing. He showed up at the last MLW with the Matt
MLW.
Riddle thing.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good match too. Um, we won't be reviewing that.
No.
I didn't watch the whole thing, so I can't
Yeah.
even give it a
And we
score.
won't just so you guys know, we won't be reviewing NXT New Year's Evil either. We would have done it if Ilya Dragunov was on the show defending the championship, but the main event was not. It was Grayson Waller against Trick Williams, and I'm
This is
not
one of the
interested.
rare times when JD has pointed out, don't watch it. It's not worth it. So we're
Yeah.
just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Last year's was shit too.
Yeah, it was
We
garbage.
thought the first two NXT pay-per-views were pretty bad. We thought we were off to a rough start for the year.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's not really a pay-per-view. That's like a special, but
yeah, it's a TV, PLE, whatever you want to call it. But But
anywho,
going back to this match at hand, Go Shiozaki, this man's a machine. He goes over in this match.
and I liked really like you said, I like the storytelling. I like the in-ring work. I do think the last like quarter of the match, the last like 10% was kind of iffy. It got really like weird, and then the win kind
Yeah,
of came out of nowhere, and I was like, okay.
yeah.
But I
And
mean,
now, sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say,
no, go
what do you think of was it Team Noah?
Team Noah, except for the fact that they're real old.
Yeah, like why is Mohammed Yone in
Saito's in it too, isn't he?
Saito and Hiroki?
Yeah, I mean, but it's okay. I think it's trying to be like Chaos is, because Chaos is not really like Chaos anymore. They're like New Japan,
Yeah,
like they represent like WCW. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They're trying to be that faction, and I think they're probably going to get some more people. Like
yeah.
Kiyomiya will probably join with like Oiwa. That's probably the next step
You
for
think
them.
that's the next step? Because I think something happens at the end of the show that may lead otherwise.
I'm not trying to give spoilers here. Don't
Yes,
root.
but
Oh
yeah,
my gosh, you believe this character?
yes, yes, yes.
I'm
Timmy
trying to
the
throw you
intern,
off
you're
the
fired.
scent, and he's trying to bring you right back to it.
So Go Shiozaki, he goes over. It was like I said, this was another good match, and
Yeah,
like you said, towards the end, it felt a little like it came out of nowhere, but other than that, it was good. Our only women's match on the card, Luminous against Nazoki and Great Sakuya. This was basically a match to promote Muta's daughter.
yeah. Well, she's finally in
Yeah,
Noah. It's kayfabe daughter, but then they explain the story as if he found her,
in the
and
mountains,
it's
and
not really his daughter. So I'm like, I don't get why you're telling us that it's his daughter. She was pretty good. She's a little sloppy, but I feel
I
like
what I like is that they're still trying to protect the kayfabe of Muta and Keiji Muto are two different people.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, I don't care. I had fun with that. I think she has a really bright future.
Yeah.
I think the other team, the tag team, they worked really well together. They didn't like blow my mind or anything.
But they're a
Um,
decent tag team. That
what's the other
that
girl? Nozo
Nagisa Nozaki. That was Sakuya's
Nozaki.
partner. Yeah.
First of all, I'm in love with you. I just want you to know that. Julia, I'm sorry it's over. Um, this is my new thing. She's like Noah Julia. That's
Yeah,
like the
she
literally
is.
the vibe I got from her. And
Yeah,
holy crap, she was the best person in this match by a long shot.
absolutely she was. She
And
had
she
some.
covered up every single mistake by being there to
Yep.
like correct it. When every time the chair got thrown out of the ring, she ran around
Yes.
and put the chair right back in the ring.
Put the yeah. But yeah, she had good ring awareness, good ring presence. She's actually really good in the ring. I think she's pretty young too, isn't
Yeah,
she?
I don't know if she's signed to them though.
No, I think
I think she's an indie wrestler still.
yeah. I think she's with Wrestle Wave. I think she's part of.
Yeah, but
There's a
she was
lot of
really
Joshi
good.
promotions. Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
And I mean, the tag team, like I said, they worked really well as a tag team, but they didn't blow me away. And you could see the raw potential of great. Is it
S-
Sasuke?
Yeah. Sakuya.
Sakuya,
Sakuya.
Sakuya. Uh,
Yeah.
you could see that there's so much potential there, and she gets the character so much. She just
Yeah.
needs a little bit more refining. She was a little bit like off the mark on a few things, but
And
like
it ends in a DQ too. She gets disqualified in the match.
I hope they stay as a team. I like them as a team.
Yeah. But we'll see. But Luminous actually go over because of the fact, like you said, like I said, the match got thrown out, so they win by DQ.
Yeah.
So with that, we are going into a match, which is I think this was more
We're
for
going into a match.
a
Okay, you
match.
talk.
This
I
is
gotta
like
blow. I gotta blow
this
my nose.
before we get into our next match, though, we had a hell of a long 40-minute press conference promo in the middle of the show. I really want to get Campo's review on this. So we're going to wait till he comes back
It
from
was
blowing his.
stupid.
Okay, so you saw why the hell did they have a 40-minute presser halfway through the match? That would be like watching a movie and giving me a 40-minute intermission and then saying, here's the last 20 minutes of the movie. Like I
They
did
also
not
do it again before the main event.
main
There's like a
event.
really, really long break.
Yeah, a 10-minute, like 15-minute, like video package. But yeah, but I just wanted to get that out of the way before we got into our next match. So with that, we are going into our next match. We got Takashi Sigura against Ulka Sasaki. This was a match, I guess, for bringing basically a welcome to Noah because what's his name just came back from Sasaki just came back from excursion, I think.
It was a put over in a sense. And I think it worked having him as that character coming out after Sakuya because it's
Mhm.
like a kind of like a mythical character. Um, I thought the first half of this match was excellent,
Yeah,
and
it's like a welcome to Noah kid.
it was too long. It just
Yeah,
kept going. I was like, why is this match still on? You had me. It was
yeah,
good. You should have ended the match.
yeah. When it should have ended.
But I guess I mean Sugo goes over,
Yes, Sugo.
but I think it was the right choice because you made
Yeah,
him look good, but you
in the
didn't take
loss.
away from Sugi.
He didn't quit. He didn't get basically that was his whole thing. He wanted him to tap out. He wanted him to quit. He's like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And he never once tapped out. So like that's why they give him that sign of respect and they shake hands and it's basically welcome to Noah.
There's going to be another follow-up match where he's going to beat him.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So with that, we are going into a kind of wrestling symphony, they call it, tag team match where you got a member from Noah and a member from New Japan on each side. You have Zack Sabre Jr. and Yoshinari Ogawa against Hiroshi Tanahashi and Hayata.
I mean, I like all four wrestlers here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this match happened. It wasn't bad, but Tanahashi,
This
like,
was to set up which we've reviewed already. Go watch it up there. I'll leave a little link in the. It was our. It was to set up that match at Wrestle Kingdom.
and it's crazy to me that at like as brittle as he looks, and the fact that he's like 10 years older than Tanahashi,
Mm-hmm.
Ogawa is way better than him.
Yeah. I think
Like,
Ogawa didn't do the crazy stunt moves that Tanahashi did, though.
I mean, but
Like
this is
all
the thing
those
I
years, the
talked
high
about.
five flow.
I think we talked about this before. I don't know for sure, but I have talked about it myself a lot. I've gone back and watched old stuff on the new app, which is way harder to use. It sucks.
With
Um,
Tanahashi.
for Tanahashi. So I watched Wrestle Kingdom 1. We
Okay.
talked about this. I watched the banger match with Suzuki versus Nagata.
Hmm.
And then the next match was Tanahashi. I don't remember who he faced. And he already can't walk. This is like 2007. He already can't walk. That's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
In his
15 years.
prime, he already couldn't
He's
walk.
32 15 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? And like, yes, okay, I get what you're saying. I totally get it because he does have a landing on your knees move,
Hmm.
and he overuses it. He does it like 3 times in some matches.
Yeah.
But like to see how good shape Ogawa's in is crazy.
Yeah.
And he runs the ropes. He
Yeah.
literally runs the ropes.
I hate to say it, like I know because I'll never look like that, but he's starting to get a little flabby,
Who?
Tanahashi.
Oh yeah, this is a thing we have now. Okay, so we might as well go all the way in. Me and my buddies have a thing. It's called the Tanahashi diet. So anytime we see a wrestler who's like been in New Japan for a while, but is kind of getting out of shape, like Takahashi,
Hmm.
we're like, oh, they're on the Tanahashi diet. Like you see Taichi, yeah, he's on the Tanahashi
Tanahashi
diet.
diet.
Because it's like what
Toriano.
he's his arms are still jacked, but his
Yeah.
body is like just like he a year ago he was ripped.
Yeah. It's kind of like when Chris Jericho first joined AEW, he was in great shape. Then all of a sudden he ballooned at one point.
And then he got in really good shape and he doesn't look good again. He's starting to look rough again.
Yeah. But
But I mean they're older. Like
yeah.
let's not like shame them for that.
Yeah.
But like
But
it's
I mean,
the Tanahashi
Tanahashi's
guy.
only 2 years older than me. No, 1 year older than me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ogawa's like what,
Yeah.
60?
He's 50 something. Yeah. He's like 54, 55.
So it's like, and he goes, but I get he's a smaller guy, but I don't care. I really, it's one of those wrestlers that at the beginning you're watching it, you're like, who the
Yeah.
hell is this loser? But then the more you watch, you're like, he's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't give a shit about anybody. He's like if Eddie Kingston was a good character.
Yeah. 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 I think Tanahashi, yeah, he's a year younger than me. He's my height, but he's 20 pounds heavier than me.
Yeah, that's crazy. So he's 5'4".
Yes.
But he's height.
But he's like, no, I'm 5'11. So, but yeah, it was weird though. It was completely weird. But Zack Sabre Jr. and Ogawa do go over in this match, like I said, and this sets up Tanahashi beating Zack Sabre Jr. in like 6 minutes at Wrestle Kingdom.
Hayata's really good, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Mhm.
Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the best wrestlers wrestling. Period. That's it.
And that's it. So with that, we are going into our another championship match. The GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion Daga defending against Eita. This match came out of nowhere. I thought he was gonna defend against Hayati or Hayata or what's his name, Dante Leon, or is Dante Leon hurt
Dante
again?
Leon's still out, I think.
Yeah, eh?
This match was good though.
Yeah, Daga is something else. Like this guy does not let up. These two junior weights were battling as if they were heavyweights.
Dude, the one spot, it's Hayata, right?
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah.
it was Eita.
Eita, sorry, yeah.
Eita.
When Hayata was in the last match.
Yeah.
When Eita does the over the rope, like
Yes.
Poncha splash, but he goes right over the table. He went like
Yes.
over the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
He got
the
some
girl
good
on the
height.
announce team was just looking like, what the fuck? I almost died.
Yeah. Even the announce team was like in a state of shock. Like, where the hell?
He landed perfectly in the space where there was no announcer sitting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. Speaking of which, the only thing worth watching on New Year's Evil is that spot by Joaquin Wild where he
I
gets
seen it.
yeah, where he travels like far on that one.
It's a
But
good. I don't. I'm sure we've seen that happen.
yeah.
On the indies somewhere, but like in terms of like big time TV, we know that's not. I don't
A
remember
high
ever
spot
seeing
like that, yeah, you'll never see something like this, especially in WWE. But Daga wins a fantastic. He retains in this match, and he wins in like convincing fashion too.
I think they need to keep him winning a little bit more.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he's not in GLG.
No, Daga's like a lone wolf kind of thing.
Isn't he part of
No, he's on
Ogawa's
his
group?
own. He's on his own now.
So they broke up Spiker or
Yeah.
Splinter. What
S-
are they called?
Scorpion? No.
Stinger.
Stinger. Yeah. Yeah, they split up Stinger.
That was fast.
Can you imagine Daga versus Ninja Mac?
I would love that.
Oh,
Also, I would like Ninja Mac versus Dante Leon.
yes. Ninja Mac versus Hayata.
And he just
More Ninja Mac, please. Um, okay, so we're gonna go into our next match, a 12-man tag team elimination match. The entire House of Torture, all 6 members, Evil, Ren Narita, Takahashi, Sho, Kanemaru, and Dick to Go against Kiyomiya, Shota Umino, Ryohei Oiwa, Daiki Inaba, Suji Kondo, and Junta Miyakawa.
snooze fest.
Up until the last 4 people in the ring,
It was so long.
yeah, this went longer than it should have. They should have had elimination, like people like Dick to Go, Takahashi, Kondo. These guys should have been eliminated
I
fast.
fast forwarded it to the end just to see how much left I had to watch because I was like, there's no way there's this much. The bar was still like huge.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way. And yeah, it was very long.
yeah,
I went back and watched it. Don't worry.
yeah. I know. I believe you because, or else you wouldn't know what
Okay,
happened.
tell them about the match. I gotta blow my nose.
Okay, so basically, this was a tag team elimination match. Told the story basically of House of Torture getting the advantage over all the other Noah/New Japan guys. Noah does House of Torture, all their usual shenanigans. Show with the wrench, Dick Togo with the garrote wire. Like we get all the House of Torture shenanigans. Kanemaru spits the whiskey in people's faces. Like your mic is off. All the shenanigans.
Ren Naritas. You forgot about that.
Yeah. Ren Narita is doing Ren Narita things.
Which
He was the
nothing
best part
but-
of this match, Ren
Yeah.
Narita.
Actually, I like the dick on dick contact with Kiyomiya.
Dick contact. And what's with the
The
push-up bar?
funniest part of this match was the announcers were so hung up on the fact that Dick Togo was 54. They mentioned it like 10 times. He's 54. Like, okay, that's thanks.
Thanks. Gato's older. I think.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, he's been around forever. Basically, towards the end, Kiyomiya eliminates like the last 4 members of House of Torture. He gets the final pin. Kiyomiya stands tall at the end. Yay.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's the only one. It would be either Kiyomiya or Umino.
The way that he has been like progressively just losing,
Jobbed out. Yeah.
like he needed this win at
Which
home.
we'll talk about on tomorrow's episode.
He needed this win at home.
So with that, we are going into our co-main event, which surprisingly, this was not the main event of the show. This was Keno defending the GHC Heavyweight Championship against Manabu Soya.
Should have been the main event. I think it's absolutely
This was the better
wrong,
match of the 2.
but I think it's absolutely wrong that they did this. This
Yeah.
is another situation like Rock and Hogan where it wasn't the title match, but it overshadows the title match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not this match, the other match. And it's like, I know it's the opposite rotation. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying. This is like a special event match. This should have happened.
And we've been overlooking Soya. This guy.
I don't think we're overlooking him. You were really high on him in the beginning.
Yeah.
He wrestled a lot of tag matches and shit. There wasn't a lot of solo
Yeah,
stuff.
it
for
was
him. There
always
was that one
multi-man.
match
Yeah.
from the crossover. What was it? Wrestle Kingdom Day 2
Yeah.
that he wrestled by himself. I think that was good. Other than
Him
that,
against Ishii. Yeah.
yeah, we haven't really seen him alone.
But yeah, like this was a fantastic match. It was hard hitting. It was your typical Kings Road style type of match. Like,
It was really good.
yeah.
It told a story too, right? Because we're getting this play out of now all the guys that hate Keno
Congo.
are coming back. All
Yeah.
the Congo guys and all his enemies throughout being when he was in Congo are coming back for him.
Yeah.
But
And-
it's like I kind of felt like maybe they're telling the Naito story where it's like he doesn't get to main event, but then at the same time it's like
But he's champion though.
he's champion already, so it's like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I think it's more, and he even came out on purpose in the Congo red, like the getup, like his
He is really good. They
yeah.
they told the same Naito story,
Yeah.
except minus the breakup of the group, but
Yeah.
it's worked in both companies.
Yeah. And Keno retains in a fantastic match.
Yeah, really good. I wouldn't not my I don't know, maybe it's my match of the night.
Hard to tell.
I
I
really
would
liked
lean, I would
Ishii.
lean, yeah, it's either Ishii or the Daga match, which would be my
Yeah,
match.
those are both really good. This
Yeah.
was an excellent match though.
Yeah, well worth a watch. Definitely well worth a watch. So with that, we're going to our actual main event: Kota Ibushi against Naochimi Marufuji. Why?
When you know the implications of the what we know now, and we watched it post knowing these things, it's
Hmm.
very hard to watch it. It is a good match, but
Yeah.
like when you know what's happening, like when he does that moonsault off the middle rope
Hmm.
or off the middle turnbuckle and he lands on his ankle and you see him like literally I'm gonna die right now,
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, like how am I watching this? And then Marufuji keeps doing arm bars on his bad wrist,
Yeah.
which is he has two broken ankles and a broken wrist in this match, just for
Yeah.
anyone who doesn't know. Two broken ankles.
Yeah. He can't even walk at that point.
Yeah, it was at the end of
It
the
was
match.
hard to watch. It
When
was a
you
little
see it at the end, and he's like struggling to like he can
walk.
stand, but he can't move. So he's trying to do stuff without like moving his feet, and you can see Marufuji's like understands what's happening, and he's trying to like.
Yeah, he's trying to protect it a little
The
bit.
ref did a really good job communicating things to them back and forth when they were down on the ground.
Hmm.
Um, it is a good match. Like
It
for
is.
what you know is happening, it's pretty good. Like there's a lot of big spots here. I wasn't disappointed by the match, but like when you know what you know, it's kind of cringy. Like watching it, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah. But
Because he came in right with the
yeah.
broken wrist and a broken ankle, and then broke the other ankle
Yeah.
during the show.
During the match, yeah. So he's probably going to be gone for a very long time.
He's always gone for a very long time, so it's
I think it's
he.
time. He broke the ankle in the Omega match, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
So
But
that was a while ago.
he needs to change up his style if he wants to
Yeah.
keep going. He's a big enough name to sell tickets that he
Yeah.
just needs to pace himself at how he actually wrestles. Like, look at how Marufuji does it. It's
Yeah.
like he's so good.
It's precision.
He's so
Precision strikes.
underrated in the realm of like legends,
Yeah.
right? Like Go and Keno are both really, really good.
Hmm.
And so was Nakajima.
Nakajima, yeah.
I said Nakashima. So was Nakajima. But
Who
they're
is
not
now
on
the
the
All
same
Japan
level.
champion?
Yeah. They're not on the same level as Marufuji.
No, he's on a different level. But yeah, and in the end, Ibushi goes over.
I thought that was a bad idea. I thought they should have put Marufuji over
Yeah,
only
the home.
because of the situation. Like, if you're out of kayfabe
Yeah,
in the world and you know that, you're like, come on, man, for real. But
yeah.
like,
But
if you're someone who doesn't watch that kind of stuff, then sure, it's fine.
they put Ibushi over for the sake of the story because after the match, Jake Lee comes out.
Yeah.
Basically, Jake Lee and Kiyomiya come out together, surprisingly enough. And basically, they're telling Ibushi that you don't belong here. You're not Noah. And they kick him out. And you see, like, Ibushi just struggling to stand, struggling to walk. Like, he just wants, like, he's probably thinking to himself, let me just get out of here. Who
He
cares
needed a
about,
bike.
yeah, he needed a wheelchair.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, you did that to Ibushi, but you didn't do that to Tanahashi because I dare you to write that storyline where you do that to Tanahashi.
Yeah, Tanahashi will, like, sanction everybody because he's the president of Japanese wrestling or something. But yeah, you think Kiyomiya is joining GLG? You think he just wants
I
what does
think
he
we're
get
gonna
out
get
of it?
I think we're gonna get a three-way match between the three of them. Probably
Okay.
would have had Ibushi in it before, and would have had Ibushi win and then have him lose to Keno to put Keno over. But I think that now it's gonna be whoever wins of those three gets the next match against
Okay.
against Keno because
Keno.
we know Go is fighting him next, which is in a week.
Yeah, and Go, as much as we love Go, I don't think they'll put it on. I don't
Not
think they'll
yet.
take it off of Keno just yet.
Not yet. Go is gonna get his one more final run too. So is Marufuji, I think. All
He'll
three,
probably
like,
win the N. Go may win the N1 this year.
yeah, that's
Or he
that's
won,
a
yeah,
possibility.
but because he won it last year too, right?
But you're like you can see how Japanese wrestling tries to cement people,
Yeah.
like with the Bishamon thing. Like I don't think Bishamon ever wins anything again, if we're being honest, unless it's a
No.
desperation situation. Goto might win the open weight to tie the record for most.
Yeah.
I think he's one behind.
Yeah, he's at 3, whereas Tamatonga's at 4 now.
No, they're not.
No, Tamatonga is the most with 4.
No, it's not. It's Ishii has like
Oh.
9.
Oh, okay.
Check it right now since we're already on it.
Since we're already on it. Okay.
But I think Tonga is tied with Shingo or something.
I know
like that.
Tonga has 4.
Tonga has 4. Tonga has one of the longest times with the belt. I'm
Yes,
pretty
he's one of the longest reigning champions.
sure. Yeah, I know Ishii has a really long time with the belt too. He might have both records.
Okay. Tomohiro Ishii has 6.
6.
Yeah. And 514 days.
Is there anyone with more days?
No, he's the most days too.
And Goto's next, right?
Right
Goto.
behind him. 5
Yeah.
wins and 424 days.
Yeah, I think that might be how they end his career.
Yeah.
They might let him go out as the best
Never open champion.
never open weight champion because we know Tamatonga's done, so he's not winning it again.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna let Ishii is gonna end up being the guy who wins the trios titles the most. I think that's gonna be like his thing
That's going to be okay. I could see that. I could see that.
because he already has a shitload of trios titles. I think he won it like 5 times or 6 times.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up right now for you.
We're looking it up. This is
We're
fun.
looking-
This is
Timmy
a
the
fun-
intern. He's on it. Timmy the intern's on it. Interesting enough, the Briscoes and Toriano were the first ever never open tag team champions.
It's good to know.
So the longest reign is Goto, Ishii, and Yoshihashi together. 1 reign combined for 454 days.
Crap.
Yeah. And the 5th longest reigning team is the current champions at 254 days, and they've defended it. When the hell did they defend it 7 times?
Probably on the shows that we don't watch, like Road 2 or whatever.
Yeah. But if it were up to Tanahashi, he'd just win all the belts now.
He's going to.
Yeah. He's going to be the Roman Reigns of New Japan.
Anyways, can we rate this?
Let's rate this show. What would you give this show?
I don't know. What would you give this show?
I gave this a 7-7. It was
Shut
not
the fuck up.
It was not as good as Wrestle Kingdom, but it was almost up there.
I literally gave it a 7-7. I'm not even joking.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I wanted to like play it like a meme, like, oh, we're gonna have the same score. No, like we
legit had the same score. Yes.
I was gonna joke and be like, whatever you said I had, but I literally had 7.7.
literally...
It was slightly better. What did I give a 7.5?
What?
I gave something a 7.5 recently.
I believe you
AEW.
gave. Yeah.
It was slightly better than the AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah, you gave that one. And it was much better than the Stardom event.
Oh yeah. Stardom event's too long.
Yeah.
Short matches.
But this too was 6 hours.
It's not really 6 hours. It's less than 4 hours of wrestling.
Yes. If you
Between
take away that 1 hour
matches, if you minus out the opener matches and then the
and the
space
press
in between,
conference.
yeah. But that was like over an hour. And then the press conference was like an hour. And then the gap at the end is like 30 minutes.
Yeah. It was long. Well, with that out of the way, guys, if you watched the show, let us know in the comments below what you thought of the match, what you thought of everything. Is Kiyomiya going to be joining GLG, or is he going to be doing his own thing? So, in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.